George Alejos, Henry Rodriguez, and Nikki Kuhns.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Nikki Kuhns, and I also reside in District 9. This morning, the headlines were shocking. 13 of 16 districts missed the cut. More shocking, we really aren't talking about districts failing. We're talking about students, children failing, and that is not acceptable. As you know, on July 24th, a Harvard peer-reviewed study concluded fluoride is a neurotoxin. Yes, a neurotoxin. Fluoride damages brain power. I am not opposed to pre-K programs, but first things first, let's stop adding a neurotoxin which diminishes brain power. It is not congruent with the Brainpower Initiative. I was told that a D7 staff member claimed that these studies were not conclusive. If you continue a policy based on justification that studies are inconclusive, then basically you're allowing experimentation on children, and that is also not acceptable. Thank you.
Mayor Castro, members of the City Council, my name is George Alejos. I am here also in support of your initiative. It's commendable, and I, much like the other former mayors, we are in support of your initiative, sir. And it's certainly welcomed at this time. Like Ms. Kuhns, I want to suggest maybe one thing we should look at. The city has the opportunity to look at areas that money is being wasted in. The Harvard University report, Mayor Castro, shows that fluoride is bad for our children and that it could affect the brain power. In fact, the report says fluoride has substantial evidence of developmental neurotoxicity, and fluoride has significant negative associations with children's intelligence. So one way to promote or to, nurture our children's intelligence is to avoid feeding them, or asking them to drink fluoridated water. The millions of dollars being spent in that area should now be channeled for this initiative, and maybe that way you can not have to impose that sales tax that you're proposing on the families on the south side, east side, and west side, which predominantly are the ones drinking fluoridated water. So I commend you on what you're doing, but maybe we can find ways to raise money elsewhere, and we can cover the expenses that are needed by channeling the funds from those areas to your initiative. Thank you.
Henry Rodriguez, District 5, LULAC, Concilio Zapatista. And I appreciate and I commend your leadership, Mr. Mayor. I don't see how anybody can be against improving the brain power of our children. At the same time, I don't see how anybody could dismiss or not pay credence to a report from a great university that produces such great mayors in Boston, okay? I cannot see also why we cannot have our city that's been putting fluoride into our water since 2002 give us a report as to what are the benefits or the lack thereof. I cannot see why that is happening. I cannot see why we cannot just look north of our city to this beautiful, prestigious city called Alamo Heights, where they have more than their share of successful people, intellects, and a beautiful HEB that is loaded with healthy items. And they are fluoride-free. Austin, Texas seems to always be a step ahead of us. They're having the great fluoride debate right now as we speak. The University of Austin, the students have taken the initiative and placed some fountains in their campus that take care of that fluoride, to take the fluoride out of their water. I cannot see why we don't see those things. We were, as an organization, we were in Albuquerque, New Mexico 3 years ago at our national convention. Today, Albuquerque is fluoride-free. Santa Fe, New Mexico as well. So, I did not go to Harvard. I went to Penn State, the one with one end though, as in Huntsville. But I learned a lot of good things there. And that is that we need to pay attention to things. If we are going to go and take an initiative, we better look at all sides of it. I mean, these kids deserve better. And I'm not saying I do have a saying. It's very simple. Prove me wrong and I'll walk away. But you have a responsibility as the leaders of this great city to take a good look at what we've been telling you. Don't be the last ones. While other cities out there are working and taking care of this business here, we should be looking at it too. And we tell you that with a lot of humbleness because we believe in what you're doing. But don't discount us, please. We will not relent. We will keep coming back and asking questions that are pertinent to this issue, and that is fluoride is not good. That referendum that took place in 2000, it's not that the winners were right. It's that they had more money, more propaganda to win and shove it down our throats. It is a civil rights violation, and I will not step away from it. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you all very much.